Hello Cancer, my name is Keith Haswell. I'm a professional astrologer with 40 years experience in the business and over 30,000 clients worldwide. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this video on your cycles for May and June 2014. I've already done your major cycles from the slower moving planets for the whole of 2014, and that's available from my website. But this one is looking at the faster moving bodies through the months of May and June 2014. So you just sit back and relax now, Cancer, and we'll have a bit of fun together, eh? Before I get into your cycles, just a little bit of information to help you to understand the way that it all works, the way that astrology works. I'm very happy to see that you are interested in the science of astrology, and this can be a basic introduction to esoteric understanding and the spiritual side of life. After all, if the planets do have impact in our life, it puts intelligence into the whole scheme of things, and it means that the planets are not just there as blobs of matter, as science says, that it can have no impact upon human life here on Earth, but they are the hands of the cosmic clock, some sort of a cosmic clock, and that there's intelligence behind the whole scheme of things, and that these planets move around in the houses of our horoscope and precipitate events and conditions in our life. So it's very important for you to get a little bit of a grounding on what I'm trying to convey to you here, because I'm really into the consciousness side of things and the impact that these planets have upon your consciousness. And I want to help you to understand that there's more to astrology than meets the eye, and to have you want to delve deeper into things like reincarnation, because that's all tied in with astrology, and also meditation, that's all tied in with astrology as well, because it deals with the subjective side of life. But just a little bit about the way that the planets work. We are all living in a space-time rule set. We are all creating all the events and conditions of our life. We have all the raw materials there to be able to create this with our attitudes and our beliefs, our thoughts and our feelings, and our decisions and our choices. Through those decisions and choices, we are then brought to the utilization of our three tools. Nobody has any different tools, and those tools are our desire, imagination, and expectancy. What do we desire to happen? What do we expect to happen? And what do we imagine to happen? This is what will happen in our life. But this is what's happening, is that we are all having all of these thoughts and feelings all the time inside of ourselves on emotional and mental levels, and these are creating thought forms, and these thought forms are added to by repetition upon the same line of thinking. Life never works out for me, I'm a bad person, low self-esteem, problems with self-image, and so on and so forth. Shame and guilt and fear and anxiety and doubt and insecurity, and life is a financial struggle for me, and nothing ever works out for me. I'm unlovable. All these different ideas and thoughts that we have, and feelings and attitudes and beliefs that we have inside of ourselves, they are all creating these powerful thought forms, and these thought forms reside in our aura, and they are then triggered off into events and conditions that are in the likeness of those attitudes and beliefs and thoughts and feelings by the movement of the planets through the houses of our horoscope. So what I'm going to do is to tell you about the movements of the Sun and Mercury and Venus and Mars through the 2 months of May and June 2014, so that you get an idea of the type of influences that these planetary movements will have. But realise and appreciate that they are simply triggering off events that are incipient events there in your aura in the form of thought forms. That you are creating your own reality, and that all of these thought forms are coming to manifestation in life as conditions and events in your life according to laws that God and Goddess have put into place. So you just sit back and relax now and enjoy the journey with me as we go through the houses of your horoscope and the movements of these planets through those houses of your horoscope in May and June 2014 for you. What I'm going to do for you now, Cancer, is I'm going to lay the movements of these planets out on a timeline for you over the month of May and June 2014. Now, what I'm going to do is to tell you at the beginning of the month where these planets are: the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and then that will remain there in that location and having that impact unless I tell you of another date further along whereby that particular planet changes in location. So you just sit back and relax now, Cancer, and we'll have a bit of a fun here together, eh? Now the Sun starts off on the 1st of May in the 11th house of your horoscope, Cancer. So that'll see you focused upon friends and group activities and club activities. Mercury is also there in the 11th house, so there'll be a lot of a tendency to communicate more with friends. There'll perhaps be a lot more group activities and club activities and things like that involving people that you work with, or perhaps with relatives or neighbours. Venus is in the 9th house of your horoscope to start off with, Cancer, and that will see a lot of social activities with in-laws, potential there for travel, distant travel. There's potential there for a lot of social activities with foreign people, and a lot more social activities with people that you're having anything to do with in the adult education field. Mars is in the 4th house of your horoscope, Cancer, at the beginning of the month, and it will remain there for the whole of the month, but it is in a retrograde motion. Now when Mars is in the 4th house of your horoscope, it always brings stresses and tensions into the home environment and with the family, and with Mars being retrograde at the start of the month, it really will give you a tendency to drag things up from the past and to make them points of tension and conflict with family members and people who share the home environment with you. So just be careful about that tendency within yourself to start off the month of May. Then the next movement that we have on that timeline, Cancer, is on the 4th of May. Venus moves into the 10th house of your horoscope, and it remains there for a period of about 30 days. And when Venus is in the 10th house of your horoscope, it's a very good time for job interviews. It's a very good time socially with parents. It's a very good time for you to do with the social side of life connected with your career or business. It can see a boost in business for you and the career side of things. So it's a very good time for you. On the 8th of May, Mercury moves into the 12th house of your horoscope, and that will see a period following on where you'll be your own worst enemy in terms of your thinking processes. So you can have a lot of secret worries, a lot of insecurities and things like that creeping into your consciousness in the period that follows. Now on the 21st of May, Cancer, Mars is in the 4th house of your horoscope still, but it starts in a direct motion, so that's going to mean that there'll be a lot more energy to put into family matters. The tension, the potential there for tension is still there, but you'll have a tendency to want to throw those energies more towards the future instead of dragging up the past. So you'll have a lot more energy there to apply to family gatherings and activity around the home and things like that. Just be careful of fire and boiling water in the home while Mars is in the 4th house of your horoscope though. On the 22nd of May, Cancer, the Sun moves into the 12th house of your horoscope. Now, when the Sun is in the 12th house of your horoscope, you can be your own worst enemy, Cancer. For the following 30 days, you can be self-undoing. You can have worries and fears and anxieties and doubts that have no basis in fact. And you can be your own worst enemy in terms of self-esteem and self-confidence and things like that. But you can make full use of that by turning to solitude and the wonder and the mystery of solitude, and spend more time with yourself and do introspection and reflection and bring about those changes that you deem to be necessary within yourself during that time. On the 30th of May, Cancer, Mercury moves into the 1st house of your horoscope, and Venus on the same day moves into the 11th house of your horoscope. With Mercury in the 1st house of your horoscope for the following period, it means that you're going to be a lot more communicative, and you'll have a lot of busy activities with wanting to enter into contracts, travel, short journeys, a lot more busyness there with the job and things like that, and you'll be a lot more communicative. When Venus is in the 11th house of your horoscope, Cancer, it means that you're going to be more outgoing in your affections with friends. There'll be good stars for you for the formation of friendships. It's very good for going out with friends to group activities and club activities and things like that, and you'll have a lot more affection for other people's children during that period. On the 8th of June, Cancer, Mercury turns retrograde in the 1st house of your horoscope, and that means that you're going to have a tendency to dwell in the past. Your mind will all the time be going back into the past, and it'll be difficult for you to express yourself and put your point across from that point onwards for a period. Now, on the 18th of June, Cancer, Mercury is still in the retrograde motion, but it goes backwards into the 12th house of your horoscope. Now, that's going to see you not only dwelling in the past, but having a lot of insecurities and secret worries inside of yourself. You'll be your own worst enemy during that time, and try and make good use of periods of solitude and introspection and reflection during the following period for a while. On the 23rd of June, Cancer, the Sun moves into the 1st house of your horoscope and remains there for 30 days. Now, that's going to see you feeling a lot more confident. When the Sun is in the 1st house, you want to commence and start new projects and ideas. It'll give you a sunnier disposition, and it'll give you a lot more confidence, self-confidence there within yourself in the following 30 days. And the last one that we come to, Cancer, is on the 24th of June. Venus moves into the 12th house of your horoscope, giving you a love of solitude, potential there for secret romantic involvements in the following 30 days or so. And there's also secret worries for you, perhaps to do with finances and matters relating to your love life. And that's as far as I go for you, Cancer. Well, now that I've gone through all of that for you, Cancer, it's time now for you to reach and stretch and become more of who you really are. And I'm happy to do your horoscope chart for you free of charge. Now, all you got to do is visit my website and go to the Your Horoscope page and submit your birth details, and I'll do your horoscope chart for you free of charge. My website, www.mysteryofsirius.com. Submit your birth details, and then I can send you your chart together with the full horoscope for the whole of 2014 for you, and also some links there for all of my videos, over 100 videos that I've done, and you will get the links to all of those. And you will also get the links to 12 CDs out of my book, What Really Matters, on astrology, meditation and reincarnation. So it's nice to have this opportunity, Cancer, to be able to work with you this far. And I hope to be able to help you further to understand more about the nature of reality and your place in that reality. Thank you.